Salutations, my name is Phil, aka Servant. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Mirage Monarch. Today we're going to do the high-tech gold story arc. It's a car. I don't even know how to voice act this because it's just a car. My associates have discovered that Cray Industries is developing a new technology that could come in quite handy. Or quite useful. The first step is finding out where the device is. My sources tell me that a Cray scientist involved with the project is currently visiting one of Dr. Aeon's labs. Infiltrate the laboratory and kidnap Dr. Cambrian. And that's it. That's all the setup you get. Have a nice day. Try to minimize casualties if possible. We don't want Arachnos coming after us. Alright, so it wants us to go to Cap. So that we can just do right over to here. Villains is definitely easier to get around because there's just not that many locations and a lot of them are tied into Ouro, so it's pretty easy to jump in there. So for once they say, usually half the time they're saying like leave no witnesses, which is code for kill all. This time we're just like minimize casualties. It's Kit's predecessor? Oh no. His ugly step cousin that nobody likes to talk about, right? I like how there's guys right there. And I'll never cease to be amazed by the fact that at the front of the mission they put +1s, but then later on in the mission you'll find, same level enemies. It's just weird. It's just weird design. Now I did this before and I had a completely different maze layout, so it is kind of interesting how this time we've got this mess, whatever this is. Well, I wonder if he isn't in that big room there at the end. Maybe not. It's at the end of the long hallway. Excuse me, coming through. Is our guy here? Yeah, there he is. Well, I guess these guys have earned themselves a few little friends up here. Spend some time with them. What are you guys shooting at? I don't even know what they're shooting at. Oh, they're shooting at him, apparently. Kill him! All of me gang up on him. Oh, we do have to escape with sunshine here. Well, that's lovely. So we are going to have to fight our way out. So much for minimum casualties. Oh, let's confuse that one over there. Life is always better when you boggle. Don't suppose you have any fighting skills, Doctor. They come in real handy right now if you do. Wow, you guys are still... Ow, 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 it hurts so much. What the hell? It's because they're mez resistant. I swear these guys are mez resistant. Oh, come on. That's not even fair. Yeah, shoot your friend. Stop shooting me. I'm fragile. Oh, good grief. There's another one over here. I need to make sure this guy stays confused. I'm a little worried about one of these guys breaking mez here. Because I have no health to fall back on. I have no pet. Oh, here we go, pets. Whew. Jeez. Getting a little ugly in here. Throw everything at him. Throw an Envenom Dagger at him. Those things do not want to die. Holy cow. And they just keep sending more and more enemies, and I'm out of endurance. Oh, we got domination. Yeah, domination. Dominate all of them. Hey, Ghost. Let's see here. Wow, we are fighting this whole dungeon just one chunk at a time. Okay, you have definitely outlived your usefulness. Whew, that was super close. That was so close. And the reason why is, I will tell you, in playing the 3 villains before, these Arachnos are Mez and Psychic resistant, I swear. I played through a mental dominator through this, and it was really, really difficult. Really difficult. They are Mez resistant, they are Psychic resistant, they are horrible, they're evil. It is very hard to deal with these guys. Where do these other guys come up? There was just 2 guys there, and now all of a sudden there's 6 guys. Where do these guys all come from? Somebody help me understand this. I don't have this set to ×2, but look at this shiz. No, I don't want you running behind me. Go away. Nobody likes you. And I tell you what, those decoys are overrated. I don't care what people tell you guys, those decoys are overrated. They do not hold aggro very well. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, is this stressful. This should be an easy mission. Do I have to set the ×2? No, that's ×0. This is why you shouldn't play at ×2, because it could mean you're playing at ×4, because that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Hey, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, throwing everything. I am like fighting tooth and nail over here. So I'm dealing with high, I don't know what it is about them summoning up extra reinforcements, but there's all of that. Oh, of course, these guys are higher level than normal. Why wouldn't they be? So I'm dealing with all that shenanigans. And, oh boy, just higher numbers, higher resistances, higher everything. What the heck? Look at this. These guys, were these guys here before, guys? Did I just miss them? No way. No way. They just spawned in, didn't they? Jeez, oh mother effing Petey Wheatsies. Yeah, well, the good news Yeah, I don't know if there's a difference between the controller and the Dominator versions of them. Let me see here real quick. If we look at Phantom Army, we look at their detailed info. I didn't think there was a difference, but let's see here. Creates Pet Decoy. Decoy has Untouchable, Resistance, Punch, Psionic Punch, Magnitude, Power Blast, Lightning Bolt, Hydro Blast. Just has these different powers they kind of go through. You'd have to look at the controller one to see if it has. It does say, but that's interesting. The decoy says minus 100% threat level on self. Right? Minus 100. That sounds like it's a minus taunting device. We'll have to take a look after this to see if it's different for... see if it says different language for controllers. Yeah. Basically Malta. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it might be a threat. Well, we'll just see if the controller's language is the same or not, or if it says something different there. Once we get done with this story arc, it's easy enough to check. I think what the controller really has, they do seem to be holding aggro there. I think what the controller really has over the Dominator is the ability to specifically control the pet's actions. So if something's attacking you, maybe they could pull taunt off of it for you, maybe. Are you still alive? You're still alive. Of course you're still alive. Kill them all. Kill all the moo. So much for not being a kill-all. This might as well be a kill-all. Yeah. They want customization, don't mind older games? What you talking about there? What you talking about, Willis? Go ahead and put a little headache on this guy here. That might be enough to finish him off, but let's not risk it. I'm just hitting that Blood Widow down there. Uh-oh, level up. Mirage Monarch's up to 21 now. Good for her. Skip the message? I don't know what you mean by skip the message. I see. Ghost might be a threat level on the caster. I could go way back. It says, Ghost says, I've noticed everything seems to be a level by default. There are groups that spawn in, get summoned, and yeah. You want super fun? Oh, no, that's somebody else. Kind of annoying. Might be a threat reset on the caster. They want customization, don't mind older games, so skipped a message. I'm so confused now. Hey, Ghost, how are you doing? Or CrossFit, how are you doing? Just a quick little stream today before my Pathfinder game. Come on, buddy. There you go. The exit's right there. Right there. All right, return to contact. Oh, I forgot. She's got fly now. Woo! So, I put together a video. I got a lot of videos going up over the next week, like I normally do, about one a day. I kind of bank them so that I have one a day going up. But I talk about those people who play purely for optimization and those people who just kind of play for fun. And whatever have you. So, you know, some people will jump onto a game and immediately look up the most powerful build and just build into that and try to get to the end game as quick as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes those people will get bored, though, because they're just kind of hyper-focused, I think, on that one part of the game. And then here in City of Heroes, on the other hand, I feel like, for the most part, some of us are like, we just play what kind of looks fun. It may not be the most optimized thing in the world. But there's plenty of room for things to succeed in this game, just about. Oh, don't worry. We have plenty of villain missions to keep us busy. Oh, I just went through the mission without even reading it, didn't I? Ugh. All right. With regards to new Crew A technology coming out, we persuaded the Kree scientist you kidnapped to tell us what he knows. Kray's working on some state-of-the-art microcircuitry which can be incorporated into clothes and light body armor. This is exactly the kind of technology my associates would like to get a hold of for themselves. The Meg Cray Industry Laboratory developing this microcircuitry is located in Paragon City. However, we need to secure a cargo ship that to take to the mainland. I found one that's infested by loss, but it would be a good vessel otherwise. Go in and clear out the loss from the cargo ship. Which, yeah, so here we are. Now, -1 difficulty is working now, by the way. So, nothing's stopping you from putting in -1 if it's bugging you too much. Stick in -1 and have fun with that. And go to town. May not be the worst idea you've ever had. And whatnot. At least these guys don't have a whole bunch of psychic resistances, so we should be able to get through these a little faster. Yeah. Yeah, so there is kind of interesting, and I got this from a Diablo 4 video that I watched. I wrote down the gentleman's name, but it's a really good video, and he talks about why he's not bored with Diablo 4, and why people come onto his channel because he'll do build videos, but his builds aren't the most optimized things in the world. It's just things that he put together, he thought would be fun, and then he shares the most effective ones, but they still don't compare to the meta. Got to put that in a capital M, right? The meta. So he points out that that's true. He won't be able to do like tier 1000 play or whatever have you with that character, but 98% of the game is below tier 1000 play, and there's plenty of things you can do there, and he can do very well on his character that he made, and he's very proud of that. And he has a lot of fun, and for him, a lot of the fun of the game is discovering these combinations of powers that are just, fun to do. And I said, that makes a lot of sense to me. That's kind of how I play City of Heroes. I don't play the meta, capital M, capital ETA. But I just pull together power sets that I think are fun, and I do get a nice little dopamine hit when one of them works out really good. That's always nice. Well, that guy does not want to die. Die. Stay dead. Yeah. Yeah, so I thought that was a pretty good thing. Hey, Brafo, how are you doing today? You looking for folks to team up with today? Right now I'm doing the Mirage Monarch video here for our people in YouTube land, and the Mirage Monarch along with Fallout Queen are solo self-funded characters. They are sworn, they're like monks, they are sworn to travel alone. I love how these guys just get by with just a skid of health. I'll skid on that. Definitely more fun when you have the decoys out. Yeah. Block this lonely road. Yeah. Very focused on the villain quest, though, with this character. There's, you know, even without double XP, there's plenty of quests to level the character up without dipping into Metropolis storylines. Oh. There we go. Wobbling him away with our mental powers. Yeah, sometimes you accidentally find stuff that's meta and stuff. And I always knew, like, radiation was meta, but boy, when you guys had me create that radiation storm corruptor, I didn't realize how powerful it was. That is pretty darn powerful. But I also have learned to appreciate the fact that the meta is not always as good as it seems, particularly in solo, because a lot of the meta is revolving around group play. And so the people who keep saying it over and over again, and maybe they solo once in a while, once they're up to 50 times, you know, with all the different enhancements, but they haven't actually leveled it up from like 1, you know, just doing story arcs. So the meta doesn't always hold up very well underneath those kinds of situations. So, well, yes, Gozuki, I've heard your opinions on the Neutropolis storylines before, and I pretty much agree with you. They're pretty good storylines. I took my blaster through them a while ago. That's how he leveled. He started off at Neutropolis. Be gone with ya. You can't touch this. I would put this character on ×2, -1 probably. If she had some good AoE, but she's only got 1 AoE attack, and it's hardly anything to write home about. And that be it right there. We do like whacking them away. Meta's overrated, I think. I prefer character concept. Yeah, you know, meta has its role depending on specifically what you're trying to do. The meta might help you push through it, definitely. If you're focused in on that 5% of the content that's only at the upper end of play, then meta might help you out there, I suppose. The harder the game gets, right, the more meta comes to the surface and has to be played. If you're doing 4-star content, you might have to have a meta build, at least on some of the characters, in order to be successful with 4-star content. But 4-star content is like not even 1% of the game, really. And that was kind of his point. Like, the stuff that people were like, well, did you know you could do this, this, and this, and get this, so you could take on, Nightmare Mode 120. And he's like, that's literally less than 1% of the game. There's so many things to do in Diablo 4. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Oh, aren't you just cute? Now you're not so cute anymore. Bigger guns make them optimize the concept. Yeah, no, definitely. Fling him away. I like how I got that guy back there with the cone. There we go. And we keep on trucking. Let's see. What else do I need? Another lucky, maybe? Yeah, look. I'm trying to go things that are different restrictions. Was the power set? Mirage Monarch is a community-built character that uses illusion control and psionic assault, which would definitely make her a dominator. So normally the meta with the illusion, of course, is to go controller and go illusion radiation. That would definitely be like, that is one of the most powerful, considered to be one of the most powerful controller-y pairings that you can have out there. Especially if you can get a perma Phantom Army going, then you're just gravy, you know. Then you're just great. But not me. Well, that's what the community decided. At any rate. This is probably a big mistake, but... I like how that guy's just running away. It's fine. Oh, just die already. You can die too. No, those guys aren't quite done yet, but a lot of mental stuff, which is a minor issue when fighting Arachnos. Yeah, just a little minor. Yeah, we had a really rough mission last go around. The first mission of this series was really kind of rough because there was a lot of Arachnos, and they were sending in wave after wave after wave. So between their damage resistance and their mez resistance, it was a rough ride. It was a rough ride. No, definitely. Make sure there's no extra enemies around here that I didn't miss. This is essentially a kill-all. Kill-alls with Dominators do take a little bit of time, no doubt about it. Make sure those guys aren't just sleeping on the job. See, these guys are sleeping. These guys are dead. It's sometimes hard to tell the difference. Let's blast you off. Blasting off again! Oh, there's a couple of happy guys up there. We're so safe up here. Nothing can hurt us up here. Really think his little friend right there is going to beat him up. There he goes. Woo! That was actually pretty fun to watch, I'm not going to lie. You almost want to get on that ride all over again. There we go. Hey, Braddock. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and throw a little ghosty right there. Throwing a little Phantom Army to keep them busy. Hit them with little psychic scream action so they both get in on the fun. Normally I'd be sleeping right now, a new kept me awake, so here I am. Uh-oh. Yeah, you need to protect your sleep, man. Sleep's important for you. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, got a couple guys right here. Well, you're not a very nice guy. See, these decoys, another thing I don't like about them, they just kind of stand there and pick their nose. Now, if I was playing a controller, I could definitely more directly control them, but yeah, it's a little iffy here. Okay, let's see what else we got here. How about we do that to you, and we do this to them. And just to double down on that, we're going to freeze him. I didn't say you could approach me. Get back from me. One. Think that got him. We got a slicer guy way up there. We're doing our Pathfinder game, but the DM's late, so I'm hanging out for a bit. Yeah, my Pathfinder game is in about 2 hours. It's in about 2 hours there. A lot of things getting flung around here. Hello, bad guy. Whoa! Oh, wow. Oh, goodness gracious. See, I don't think they hold aggro all that well. I don't know. He got a good chunk of me there. We play virtually. Yeah, we play virtually. I can't even imagine playing it in person without the Ada computers because they got so many modifiers and stuff going on. It can be really hard to track. Yeah, let me help you along your way there to beat up your friend. They get plus 500 threat level. Yeah, we'll definitely check. We'll just go in and check in the character creation thingy. Be gone with ya. Little body twitching in the ground. You know how they warn you about having seizures because of what you're watching on TV and stuff? These psychic effects are just as bad. Alright, now there's just one little guy left that looks like way up there to the north. It's been a rather large ship to clear out. I've done this mission on a brute before, and it's definitely a little bit smoother on a brute, just a little bit faster, just a titch. Where are you at? Is he up on the... Yeah, look at him just sleeping up here on top of one of these things. There we go. Let's go ahead and make sure I try to read it this time. Nice work, Mirage Monarch. We should be able to take the ship into Paragon City undetected. Listen up, Mirage Monarch, because this is the big score. That scientist you kidnapped revealed that a certain crate lab in Paragon City has been developing some new microcircuitry that my associates would like to get their hands on. We have a transport vessel to get us there since you cleared out that cargo ship. Now the time has come to make our move on the Cray building itself. Break into the Cray office building and steal the microcircuitry research data and decryption key. My associates strongly desire this research data. Don't disappoint us. Oh, I'm actually flying away from the ship, aren't I? Oops. Oopsie. Whoopsie. Steal the research data and the key. Steal decryption key, which probably doesn't necessarily mean to kill everything, right? So we're just going to go into stealth mode here. We're going to activate a reveal. And we've got not one, not two, but 3 different elevators to take, because why wouldn't we? We'll go left first and just zip around. This is one of those things that makes me go, eh, with this game. Searching big, huge buildings for glowies, or, oh, better yet, 7 kidnapped victims. Oof. At least this has a sound telling me where they're at. That's one, hopefully. Alright, well, that was easy. The other one's bound to be in another part of the building. I'll do a quick lap around here just in case, but gonna take a shot in the dark and guess that they didn't put both of the MacGuffins in the same wing of the building. Come on, up into the elevator we go. It's right over there. Okay, that is not it. That was a decoy for the decryption key, and not to be confused with the decryption key itself. So how many of you like these stealth missions? Oh, they saw through my stealth on that one. So it sounds like you only need 2 MacGuffins, but yeah, we're going to run some interference with the decoys there. While I kick on the glowy. Apparently that wasn't the right thing. Of course not. That would be too easy. And I must kick all their buttocks. I've got a really funny story, Tammy, about Symphony Sonic after I get done with this story arc to share with you. Okay, so we'll check out the other wing real quick. So yeah, you know, you can definitely prefer fight, but some of the missions are clearly designed for stealth, right? There are these huge buildings with a couple of glowing MacGuffins. You could fight everything and clear out the building on your way to try to find those MacGuffins. But you really will slow yourself down, and you're going to get very few merits for the hours you're putting in, right? Because the merits are based around you clearing these somewhat clear, as a stealth mission. So you can, of course, do that. But my question is, do you like stealth missions, right? These ones that are clearly designed for stealth. Do you like them at all? Is there fun in running around looking for the glowy? I hear a glowy. I hear the glowy. Where's the glowy? Oh, it's right there, duh. In the furthest part away from the entrance. What a surprise. Oh, that wasn't it, though. It's a fake glowy. You gotta love them. The only thing that's more fun than a Find the Glowy mission is a Find the Glowy mission with a bunch of decoy glowies. Am I right, guys? Am I right? This is peak game design right here. Huh. Okay. I think there's only one branch I haven't been to yet. Just a hallway. Great. Somewhere there's a glowy and somehow I missed it and running around so quickly. Yeah, hostages is even worse, right? Because hostages make no sounds and they can hide them very well, especially like in the shadows and stuff. The hostages are even worse than the glowies, right? At least the glowies make sounds. Yeah. I am never a fan of go find the doodad. Never. Ever, 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 ever am I a fan of go find the doodad. I will never, ever, ever be a fan of go find the doodad. So I'm listening for glowies. I don't... Oh, you know what? Sometimes steal the decryption key can just be doublespeak for kill everything. Or whatever. It might not be a glowy, which would be really, really bad. Yeah. In fact, if I look at my notes on this mission, I might have notes on this. This is starting to give me deja vu. Maybe not. Yeah, Circle of Thorns, find the hostages, right? When you mix the worst of two different worlds, right? You mix Circle of Thorn and find the hostage. But the problem is I don't know what the last floor is, right? Because there's 3 different floors and they're all equidistant, right? They're all in a set of elevators right here, right? And I think you're right. It probably comes down to killing a bunch of guys, but which floor? You know, which floor do you pick? I'm a dominator. I don't exactly kill very quickly, so it's a lot of killing. And the building's just so freaking big. Yeah, usually in a straightforward mission, you just go to the back and you work your way up to the front, and that usually does the trick. I'm going to take a shot, I guess, on this room here. Just as... Ugh, 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 and ugh. This is the kind of stuff that makes Phil a little unhappy, guys. One day Phil's going to install City of Heroes, and there's going to be no more videos, and soon because of missions like this one. Yeah, but if I had to pick a room, this one looks a little sus. But I don't think we've triggered an ending here, so I don't see any other enemies. Yeah, it wasn't this room, sadly. So, like I said, now everything has to die, and this becomes a very tedious kill-all. I mean, probably won't be kill every single one as soon as you figure out what group it is they want you to kill. here. Come on. Let's just... You guys can just die. I'll die now. You can volunteer to die. That would be great. Do it for the Emperor. Let's see. We can just, for sake of argument, clear out all the other rooms on this floor. Because I think there were some bad guys way over here. Because of course there was. This card's probably had better days. Much better days. Where are you going at, buddy? For all I know, you're the one who holds the secret. The beatings will continue until morale improves. Nope, nothing out of here either. Yeah, this is what gets Phil all cranky. And then you're like, Phil, stop streaming City of Heroes. Why is he just streaming Muso games? And the answer's simple. Because in Muso games, I don't have to go looking for MacGuffins or trying to figure out what the objective is. The objective is always to kill everybody. Well, Earth Defense Force is really good at that. Earth Defense Force, the point of every single mission is to wipe all the alien scum off the board, pretty much. There's like 2 or 3 missions that are just like survive the alien scum for so long, but... Okay, I think I've cleared this whole floor and nothing has changed, sadly. Yeah, this is a little frustrating. Oh, well, I guess I didn't clear all the guys in the front of the floor. I don't like being backed in a corner where I can hardly see what the beep I'm doing. Okay, now they're all dead. I like that tip y'all gave me to make my decoys look like me. That's pretty cool. At least there's some personalization there. Oh, you know what? The encryption key might be with these guys right here in the middle. Who knows? Who can tell? At least they're all the same level. Okay. Okay. Not the joy of a dominator fully developed. I mean, she's doing okay. I don't have any big complaints. I'm not dying very often unless they're super mez resistant. I'm trying to remember if I think I fainted once on this character so far, maybe. But the hardest part is just missions like this. This just gets a little aggravating because you're not sure. Am I supposed to go here? Am I supposed to go there? Who knows? No, I don't want to be on this floor. There's no indication. Well, maybe there is an indication of who's got the key. They might have a different name. I haven't been really looking closely at the enemy names. That's just patrol guard, mob specialist, patrol guard. Oh, you know what? I'm not stealthed, am I? Oops. I'm like waltzing in like I own the place. Riot guard, riot guard. Riot guard, mob specialist. Yeah, none of their names really indicate kind of like, hey, I'm the bad guy, you know, that's holding the encryption key. Oh yeah, the masterminds rock. I was pointing that out yesterday. I was just doing a super hard content with my robot mastermind. It was just like running the game on autopilot, really. Just taking a knee middle of this fight. Oh yeah, no, they just kick all kinds of butt. Okay, well, we're still going. We still haven't figured out the secret of how to end this mission. Did I leave anybody down here? I don't think so. Okay, so that only really leaves the floor I came in on. Or the first floor I found the first clue on. Maybe the encryption key was near the encryption device and I just breezed past it thinking it'd be in a different part of the building. Oh no, that guy has a different name. In the same, yeah, that's kind of silly. Maybe that's our guy there. We just need to kill a sidekick. That was it. He was in there. So I gotta write that down in my notes here. That was 1 hour for 17. Good merit rewards, though. Good merit rewards. If I could have gotten through that faster if I had just focused on that one room. If I knew I was looking for an NPC and not another glowy. So I'll put that in my notes for next time. If I do this again. Yeah. Excellent work, Mirage Monarch. The microcircuitry research data can go a long way towards giving the Goldbreakers the edge in Capa Diable. Pure gold. I appreciate your hard work, Mirage Monarch. Here, take a look at my store. Oh boy. Alright. So, first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to train. Because we did kind of get an extra level there. So, level 21. Let's see what we got here. Combat equivalent, 1 standard villain, capable of, at your security level, do not prefer fighting bosses when low, do not prefer fighting heroes. Yeah, that's kind of cute. They just give you all the options there. Train to a new level of power. Let's see here. So, what we can do is we can start putting a little bit more into Psychic Scream, I think. So that will pop a little bit more often. I'm not super sure that Phantom Army does some damage, I suppose. The nice thing is now you can kind of move your enhancement slots around, so without respecking. So every level up I'm like going, should I put this here or here or here or there? So there definitely is an argument. Like Spectral Terror, let's see, 45 seconds. I got that coming back like in under 30 seconds with 2 recharges. Do I need it coming back that often? Probably. Blind is very, very useful. Yeah, it's probably good over there. It's probably good for now. But Psychic Screen, definitely having that pop up more often will be of help against groups of mobs since I have no other AoE at the moment. And I can easily switch those slots around once I get some more AoE powers. I need a couple of recharges, maybe. Recharge. Manage recharge. See, you can put them anywhere and you'll steal it from Psychic Doodad over here. So if you're like, going from 12 to 10 seconds isn't enough, maybe I want my Phantom Army, won't really help there. I don't think. It actually doesn't show you. it doesn't really show you how it really helps to improve it if you were to put it in there, but oh, that's interesting. Okay. So back to the storehouse. And let me just make sure I put notes on this. I think this was called like high-tech gold or something like that. Let me just double check. High-tech gold. So I need to put some notes down just to say, hey, on high-tech gold, pretty fun. I said it was pretty fun last time. Last mission, find one glowy and named NPC. Alright, so keeping notes can help you on future runs of this. I did enjoy that one last time, so I think it's a good mix-up. Once you understand what you're in for and what you're looking for, you could probably get through that one pretty decently quickly, and 17 reward merits, and it's got a nice kill all in it, so I can recommend that one overall, despite my little crankiness of what was going on at the end there. Now, as an added bonus before we stop the recording here, let's just take a look at Decoy here for a minute, right? So we go to create a character, we go for crowd control, we go for controller, we go for powers, we go for illusion control, we go for phantasm, we look at phantasm here. Not phantasm, sorry, phantom army. Is it really not going to let me look at the different powers? Oh, that's rude. Oh, there it goes. Decoy. So it does say decoy plus 500% threat level on self on pet decoy. Wait, did I pick a controller? That was a controller. Okay, so now if we take a look at Dominator, and we take a look at illusion control, and we take a look at Phantom Army there, right? Crank that level up to something reasonable. Not Gleam, Phantom Army. And we take a look at Decoy here. And boy, you gotta hit the words or the punch just right to get this thing to pop up. It doesn't wanna... It doesn't really want to come up at first there. So it is negative 100 threat level on self. So negative 100 threat level on self versus the controller type, which says Phantom Army is plus 500 threat level on self. So that's really kind of weird, yeah. I'm assuming that means on the pet itself, because it doesn't make sense otherwise. And it means that the pet gets less aggro and more aggro comes to the caster on the Dominator. And it's like they're going out of their way to make sure aggro comes onto the Dominator with the Dominator pet, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I'm sure there's a thread on it, and if I find out more, I'll let you guys know. But for those of you watching the YouTube recording of this, thank you so much for watching. That's all we have for now. We'll be back with more later. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.